Live. Cleveland. What's up? I said I was going live at 9. I lied. I went live earlier. Throw all you motherfuckers off. Throw you all off. I'm unpredictable. I am a just when you think you have the question, I have all the answers. Sorry, I'm checking my phone. It's being updating. My phone is being a diva. Let's watch YouTube flag that for some reason. All right, guys. It's the Z-Man doing the captain's log. I had a couple minutes. I thought I'd jump in here. Some people were worried about my live stream bike ride. They thought I got in a wreck and died. That wasn't the case. My phone was acting weird. It just went weird on me. And then it started raining, so I apologize. As you can see, I'm not dead. Yeah. So MLC, Misery Loves Company, is going to be a little late today. Don't panic. It was just me, Bob Levy, and Kevin. But what happened was there was a problem with the up. I was trying to send the episode because it's almost like 2 hours long via Dropbox to Adam, but it wouldn't upload for some other. I don't know, for whatever reason, just would not upload. So I had to buy some more space in the Dropbox, and turns out it was just an internet connection. So that'll be out later tonight. My apologies. But think about it. You'll get MLC on Monday. You'll get MLC on Wednesday. Then you'll get MLF on Friday. You get Sit Down Zumach on Wednesday. You get Mondays with Mazer on Monday on Patreon. And tomorrow night, I think I'm going to go live in Orlando. I might film my whole set tomorrow night live. So come correct with the super chat. Speaking of the chat, let's go over there right now. Neon Gutters 2020 says, yo. Give me a yo. He says, Bob Levy's funny. Mr. Uncle Herb says, Kevin, Levy, and you, tremendous. Neon Gutter says, hey, check out the Mike V podcast after this 10 minutes. He's got Bobby on. Vecchione's podcast. All right. I'm a big fan of the Mike Vecchione. If you haven't listened to his album, I suggest you download it or stream it wherever you get your music or comedy, because he put out a very, 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 very good comedy album. And I think everyone should hear it. It's classic joke writing, the way you're supposed to tell jokes. I think Bob. I think Mike's very underrated as a comedian. Mike Vecchione. He should have bigger breaks. So you see who Bobby Haha is? Bobby Haha. Is that what? Yeah, he's awesome. Are you talking about Bobby Kelly? Bobby Belly? Do 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 do. I think he's doing Mike Vecchione Investigates. That's his new podcast. Oh, Bobby Haha. That's a real dude? I never heard of Bobby Haha. I thought you were talking about Bobby Kelly. Not familiar with that man's work. Meatloaf 666. What's up, Z-Man? JB checking in from the mean streets, the mean Philly burbs. Shout out Philly. Shout out to all the Philly comics. Mike V, Eleanor Kerrigan, Dom Irera, Steve Simone. Shout out. Neon Gutters 2020 says this is like one of those old back who and second jokes. I'm not following along. He's been at it for a long time. Sounds like a Jim Norton character, Bobby Haha. Sounds like one of his many characters. Yeah, more people are starting to jump in now. I just put out the tweet. I more or less just wanted to let everyone know that MLC is going to be late today. It took a while to get over to Adam, but it's a long one. It's a good chunky episode. They talk about their shows this weekend that they had at that Mead's house, and we talk about some other shit too. Shout out to everyone that came to the Tampa Improv this weekend. Bobby Haha is a gay comedian. That sounds like he is a gangster, funny as hell. I gotta be honest with you, Neon. I'm over Bobby Haha. I never knew who he was until today, and now I'm getting a lot of Bobby Haha in my life. I got too much Bobby Haha coming at me. I know nothing about him. Never heard his name. Yeek Neek, book me on MLC. That's Kevin's call, brother, not mine. I have nothing to do with it. I've sent him messages. He's never responded. So I don't know what the fuck. Maybe you can remind him. You know, I think that's the reason why I'm still on the podcast, because unlike some of his co-hosts, I always said, okay, it's your podcast, not mine. And when he wanted me to co-host, I said, no, I don't want to be a co-host because I know what happens to your co-host. You never talk to him again. I said, I'll just be on the show. So I set those boundaries early on. There's a reason why I'm still around, because I don't force guests. I don't pretend like it's my podcast. I just said, Kevin's, it's your podcast. Do whatever the hell you want. I can suggest things, and that's as far as it goes. So I don't know. He's never said anything bad or good or anything whatsoever. I'm in Edmonton, Canada, and Kevin is my favorite living comic. And you and him on pods is the best pod for me. So can imagine I can't relate to many comics in my city. That's from Mr. Uncle Herb. Well, I appreciate the nice words. David Goff, let's go Zumach. Number, yell at her. I don't know what that means. Neon says, no, I told you about him weeks ago. Just brought him up because he's kind of a brand for you guys and is on Mike's feed right away. Oh, okay. I don't remember. I apologize. Yeek Neek says, okay, so Kevin's a pussy. I don't know. Maybe that's why you're not getting booked. I don't know. Here's a true story. I had Gilbert Godfrey. He wanted on the podcast. Well, I reached out to his wife, and she said Gilbert will do it. And I don't know where you stand with Gilbert. I think he's hilarious. I thought it'd be a funny episode. Gilbert's got a fan base. And Kevin just ignored it. I sent him the message, and I go, did you get that message about Gilbert? He's like, yeah. And that was as far as it went. So I don't know. I just let him do what he wants. Neon Gutter says, yo, Yeek Neek. Jerry Lahane, you know him too well. Kevin. Meatloaf 666 is great interview with Jamie Kennedy. Yeah, I posted it for free. It was on Patreon last week, but it's out for free now on my YouTube channel if you want to go watch it. Please hit like on it. Leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Michael Alana says, what are your thoughts on Saiyan Z? He's Yeekneek now. That's old shit. That's like when Puff Daddy changed his name to P. Diddy to Diddy. Or Kanye went to Yee or something. John Adams. Hey, Chad. Did you do a Misery Loves Company episode today? See, that's the thing. People are going to start jumping in. For the people that have been here and I have to readdress. Forgive me, but people are coming in late because I said I was going to start at 9, and I started a little early. But yeah, Misery Loves Company will be out later tonight. There was we recorded it late with Bob Levy, and we went long. We recorded late, went long, and I had a tough time sending the file to Adam with the Dropbox, so I had to buy some more storage space in my Dropbox because it was a long episode. And yeah, so it'll be out later tonight. In the meantime, I'm doing a live. I'm trying to give you the content, guys. I'm bringing the thunder. I just dropped Jamie Kennedy today. I got Mondays with Mazer on my Patreon. You can go check that out. Meatloaf says, book Gilbert for sit-down Zumach then. Well, that's the thing. I don't know Gilbert. I've met him, but I don't know him. He doesn't know me. But he knows Kevin. So I thought that was an easier booking because he's familiar. They're familiar with one another. So I thought it would be a good episode. But I'd love to have Gilbert on. I think he's fantastic. Now, I've met Gilbert like 5 times, but there's no way in hell he remembers me. He's very, very quick, not a lot of conversation. He's very soft-spoken. He's a lot of, ooh, it was a lot of that. Shout out. Meatloaf 66, he could talk about being canceled. Shalom, Ian Ellis, LLC. My man's got an LLC. LLC. Sorry, I left the captain's hat in the car, guys, so I'm not steering the ship today. The ship's out of control. It's all over the place. Oh, and by the way, shout out to people who got what I was doing yesterday on Twitter with Will Noonan. There was some fucking douchebag. I don't even know his name. I blocked him because he said I was stealing Will Noonan's Brother Man bit when I was clearly doing an impression of Will Noonan doing Brother Man, and I was calling myself the captain. So it was like competing Brother Mans, and I was just doing an impression of Will. Will got it. Other comics got it, but a few people were like, you stole his joke. That's Will's. I'm like, you're a fucking moron. You're a moron. I'm doing an impression of Will doing Brother Man. And other people, a few, not a lot, they couldn't wrap their heads around it. And some people were like, oh my God, it was so cringy. I'm like, you guys are fucking retards. Just retards. The fact that I have to even explain that. But Will got it right away. Right away he got it. He texted me. He's like, that was hilarious. But dummies who need explanation, who hide behind fake identities and fake profile photos. So that's what happened. Shout out to Opie. Opie. Mr. Uncle Herb. Meatloaf 66 says, I got mail. Yay! Any advice for me, Chad, or any young comic living in this retarded woke culture where they're trying to police and take over funny? Weather the storm in Edmonton, hitting open mics for now. Well, I have not, since I've moved to Florida, a lot of this shit's happened online, not necessarily in the comedy clubs. The comedy clubs, for the most part, have been untouched. You can tend to say things on stage. But the problem is, it's just the online, the Twitter. It's out of control. That's why I'm on Twitter less and less and less. I am like slowly getting myself off Twitter because it's just a fucking toxic playground. It's just, I don't like it. I'm not. I deleted the app on my phone so I don't have to look at it. But we're all living in this weird bubble on social media, and it's not real life. So my advice to you as a comic is be true to yourself, write jokes, get on stage. Write jokes, get on stage. That's it. It's that simple. Just write the jokes, get on stage, and build your act. Wherever you can get on stage, do it. The more you get on stage, the better you get. Give us our thoughts on the NBA playoffs. I'm just glad the Lakers went down. I'm glad LeBron is a piece of shit. I'm glad he got exposed. Space Jam's going to flop. These law enforcement hate LeBron. They're not going to want to take their kids to see Space Jam because of him. He divided his audience like a retard. Retard's the key word today. So I'm just glad the Lakers are out of it. I'm glad LeBron failed. And I'm glad Space Jam's going to flop. That's where I stand. And I hope the Suns go all the way. What a great story that would be. Yes, I know you don't follow ball anymore, but you think this is finally the Sixers' year? If you go to listen to Misery Loves Football, we talk NBA playoffs, guys. Go sign up to Misery Loves Football. We just had Jason Tebow from Punch Drunk Sports on with Lenny's Printer. We talk a lot about Philly. I think comedians should take what the OG comedians do. Just make the jokes you want them to make and then confront the result, not run or apologize. Isn't LeBron afraid of China? Yeah, because they give him money. He's in their back pocket. He shits all over our country, LeBron does, and he's in bed with China. This country made LeBron a superstar billionaire, provided everything for him and his kids and their kids, and he shits on this country. So fuck LeBron. F him. Shout out to the brother man, too. Jimmy, does your aunt in Cleveland need a tenant? Ray DeVito may be homeless again. Yeah, Ray's on his own. Ray's going to have to be on his own here. JRC, I was the Who's Chad Zumock guy who gave you a hard time on Twitter. Sorry about that. Was drinking gallons of Everclear back then. That's all right. I respect that. I respect a man who apologizes. Takes a big man to do that. I don't remember who you were on Twitter. I've gotten a lot of mean tweets. My share, a good share for the past 10 years.